show brought me to go. That brought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my shoes. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you be happy I made it. I'm that cat by the bar to the good life. Moved out the hood, now you tryna pull me back, right? Get the bumpin' in the club, it's on. I'm with my eyes to chicks, if she smash, she gone. Hit the roof on fire, man. Just let it burn. If they're talking about money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. You can find me in the club, full of mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill it, I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, if you're in the getting. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, it's a pop on. Shady Aftermath.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in the she just made a beat. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, got the lights on us. Fries to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the dice fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She breaks into me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Katie York set to get this one started. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 20-yard line.
Right back to Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Quick pass, right side, complete. And this one doesn't go far. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll run it with with Pacheco. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Tried to mix. Receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
From the 46. Buys time, rolling right. Cut out left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. They go play action on first. Oh, this big guy is moving! And that's a Minnesota touchdown! Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. Working it. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Daniels off the play action. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And this is Pierce.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Pierce takes it straight ahead. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Washington. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. On is Cade York for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. On now is York to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Working quickly here. From the 28. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That one gains 7. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. That's the end of our first. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he'll go down here at the 16. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Pass play on 1st and goal. And they score! It's a Minnesota touchdown! The Vikings take a second quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. He's on the... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
Got Mingo, it's complete. Rolling into enemy territory. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Handoff, headed left, Pierce. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They'll go right back to Pierce. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. It's the Commanders with a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. We won't keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cup.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They send a man in motion. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. One's out and cut on the right side. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Pierce. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Right back it goes to Pierce. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So now, here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the puck, and the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders earn the chance to tie before halftime. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Looking up towards the dome, can't bring it in clean.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
He's back to throw. He puts everything behind this. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On now is Cook to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Slot man motioned over. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Hauled in left side. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Pierce. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Derek Ford is able to make the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Pierce up the middle. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington.
Win the early battle. Give them the leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Defense showing blitz. Daniels finds his back complete. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
They'll run. It's Pierce. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Play fake here, Daniels. Coming in the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Pierce can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Touchdown, Washington! Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Offense up to the line fast. A 2nd down run by Pacheco. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. It's Pacheco on 3rd. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to throw it. Short pass brought in. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
1st and 10 from the 41. This is hauled in by Atwell. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd and 8. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be dragged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and...
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Play action on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Samuel comes in motion left. From the 24. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Complete. It's Atwell. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Working quickly here. He'll throw it yet again. Touchdown, Minnesota. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing now from the gun. Caught by his back. Continuing to move past the 45. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Commanders will have a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Daniels on first down. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Again, Daniels to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Commanders trail by a field goal. Let's see what they went with on third down. Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. As he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the injury.
Oh, and they're going to fake this one. Went for it on the fake, but he couldn't connect with his man. Incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
Well, they tried the fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on fourth down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Second down and 10. Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
That's caught for the first. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On first down, here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Trying again, following the sack. Trying to push it deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Vikings have it as he reports his 7th interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in, just as that knee goes down.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. Free inside the 30. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, Daniels. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover.
Third and short. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. Of our crew, I'm Kate Scott.